This is not an event by nor for the World Bank. You may have noticed that we have no panelists from the World Bank participating. This is simply a first step at creating the right space for the start of the conversation among those from the region who are recognized for their innovative ideas and work. We need first and foremost to open up a genuine and deep dialogue with and between the different voices in the region. We need the new dynamics of public choice. This could contribute to new social contracts.
One cynical Egyptian recently said to me, democracy is a process by which the people are free to choose the person who will get the blame. Now, either way, there are no easy answers, and we do have an excellent panel today that give us some perspective on the historic events that are taking place in the Middle East right now.
Social media have given these young people across the region the ability to say that I count. And I think this is really what has gone to the heart of all these uprisings and revolutions.
The underlying causes are, economic malaise, repression, corruption, etc.
So when you talk about meritocracy or gender, the way I've seen it firsthand, it's about who does the work, who's held accountable, who is committed, and who involves others and enables others.
Weak governance leads to weak economic growth. International institutions need to reach out well beyond governments and government ministries in order to assess the real state of things in the world.
We've witnessed the revolution in the Arab world. I'm calling for an epiphany within this institution so that we can move forward and design new mechanisms that address what people need the most.
On every level of social, political, cultural life in the Middle East and North Africa, you're seeing it taking apart, a deconstruction of these old structures, and everybody's saying, I deserve a voice. This revolution didn't create courage, and this revolution didn't create activism. What this revolution did was it married street activism with online activism. The activism now needs to go back onto the street, to go back and talk to Egyptians, to go back and talk to ordinary people who might not be on Twitter or Facebook.
Moving forward, the next steps, please.
I would love to see Google funding primary schools in Egypt and elsewhere, instead of just kind of major private U.S. universities.
From kindergarten to Google Garden.
That's right.
This region will drive the economy of the world for the next 30 or 40 years, with its oil, with its water, with its resources, with its human beings, and its need to catch up with the rest of the world.
Stop looking at the region as a monolith. The blueprints for economic development have been applied and grafted from one place to the next, and we have to be able to look beyond the cookie cutter.
So far, the revolutions and the effort has been grassroots-led and grassroots-fed. You woke up, don't go back to sleep.
I think actually what we need to do is try to take some perspectives from history, not necessarily to be choked by them, but then to try to understand what questions to ask as we go forward. And all of you, and this is why we organized here, are the best ones to pose some of those questions, and I hope over time with you we can develop some answers.